Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Jets going up against the Ravens. With that, let's get you out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 9 matchup.
Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the New York Jets and the Baltimore Ravens. And they'll go on the ground. And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble, but they're able to maintain possession. Now it's second down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Throws right side, and that's complete. And he is taken down deep in Baltimore territory. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
All right, here we go. Green, 30. Over. All right, here we go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. Second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
C.J. Mosley's your prototypical Alabama linebacker. They'll come downhill and smack you, but they understand the game so well.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Green, 30. Over.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. This offense can be flashy at times, and a big reason for that is Perryman.
I like the way you use the word big, because that's exactly what Brashad Perryman is, a big receiver with a ton of speed. Runs so well, yet that strength downfield really confounds defensive backs. Is it okay if I tell you I played against his dad in college?
Well, I'm just impressed that you worked confounds into the broadcast.
I'm impressed I'm still alive because I played against his dad in college.
Here we go now.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams loses the football. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go. 3-19.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
But we just saw him run the football really effectively there with 3 tight ends in the game. And any defensive coordinator, when they see that set, if they can get more bodies out onto the field, not more than 11, of course, but bigger bodies to combat what they're going to do, because that's a run-heavy formation. Those guys are out there to block 9 times out of 10, and in this case, they did it really successfully.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Three yards remaining here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it, because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
And quickly, the starting 11 now for the New York defense.
Leonard Williams was one of the top draft picks coming out of USC, and he's done nothing to diminish the comparisons people make of past greats.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New York set to take the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves? Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Not only was that a 3-and-out, it was their third straight incompletion on this drive, and they didn't even think about trying to run the football. Now they have to give it up.
And taken right on the 30. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It's a loss of a yard there and now 2nd down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football.
All right, here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They'll drop the throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. They'll set up a throw. Hard throw, incomplete. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they can hold him. You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll run it here. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
All right, here we go. Please, like that, Philly, here we go. Set, now, Birdie, 39.
They come up in an offset eye. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Two yards to go here on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at them right now and say, let's get away from them entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush. One of the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on 4th down, and they convert another one right here to move the chains.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll come out in the pistol. Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking for Pyramid, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. Well, at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case,
oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They come out here in the eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's got some space here. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one across. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And it's fielded at the 34. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jets take possession. The New York set to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it.
And this is caught at the 20. And he is taken down deep in Baltimore territory.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Here we go now. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard. Leopard.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 3. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And he missed it. No good. This is going to remain a 2-point game after that one. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on third. Back to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there, a 22. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left sideline, it's complete. They'll get 19 yards there, and it'll give the Ravens a first down. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. And this is not even going to get there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's a second missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the fourth down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night, as we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Forced out to his left. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And this one is right down the middle. And with that, they move ahead by a point here in this 3rd quarter. So after 2 unsuccessful attempts, this time he's able to find the range, and he gets his guys the lead.
And we wondered whether those 2 misses would come back to haunt him. They still might, but at least he's able to get some sort of redemption and get his guys back in front.
A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They'll get 6 on the dump-off, but it'll bring up a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw, and he will find his man on the end route, complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Here we go now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Here we go now. 3-19. Philly. Here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because
rush coming, and he's taken down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Over. No. Check. Patriot.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off usually after about 3 to 4 steps and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
Fielded just inside the 30. Back now in Baltimore. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. They come up in an offset eye. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Leonard Williams in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. They'll set up to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Still in search of the first down after that last completion. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. They'll drop to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be fourth down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taken in at the 11. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
So the D-line's going to spread out. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Looking to throw. Surveying the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free. And brings up third down.
Well, they went for the big play there. But that drop could really hurt their momentum.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Speed comes off the edge there, Charles, from the end, and he blindsides him.
And the guy who's supposed to protect the quarterback, maybe the highest paid guy on the offensive line, the left tackle, hard to deal with there. Defensive end had too much speed and got to him.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a cut to the left sideline. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 41 yards.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Let's go. Let's go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
They don't get in, but the clock keeps moving. So, Brandon, it might actually be to their benefit if it takes them a few plays to actually get it in the end zone.
This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. And to give this time to the tailback. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. They'll go, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Well, it's no secret. The offense has to move in a hurry.
And all the defense wants to do, keep them in the field of play, make a tackle, and let that clock run.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And they win big on 1st down. Proves unfruitful.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. They'll come out in the pistol. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it. what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On play action, they'll throw. Backing up. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 43 yards. Another pistol look here. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperate. And this is taken in at the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate, but the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part one of the equation done. Now they need to convert and get that onside kick. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They hand off to their big tight end. And they've got it in the... Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together.
4 down, 4 down. All right, here we go.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Double tight, double tight. You got 4. You got 4. Now let's go.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down, 3 down. Set, 3-19.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Double tight, double tight. 3 down, 3 down. All right, here we go.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. Well, partner, still a head-scratcher to me how this one ended, down 3. I just thought, no matter the situation, you're in a spot where you can kick that field goal and go to overtime. Why not do it?
And this is where